As if like dogs came and did a shit in the bin, right? Then there's moldy food, then you got the flies and there's some fire on top of that, and the fire is never ending, and all of the organisms in the bin are just surviving, and it's smelling and it's disgusting. That that is my dating life. Hello. Today I'll be ranting about my dating life because I need to rant. But I'm going to be doing my makeup. I've just finished my hair. I finished putting on my hair, installing my hair. I think I'm going to try and fix the shambolic baby hairs that we have going on here and style it because I'm going out tonight. We are going to be talking about some stuff today. So if you want to listen, stay tuned. Everything has been a journey. God has taken me on such a path that is so different from anything that I thought it would be. Like, God, like, you know the phrase, like, we make plans and then God laughs? Yeah, God was really chuckling. He's been chuckling this year. This year is the year that I decided, okay, let me try my hand at content creation. Let's see what I can do. And I have actually really enjoyed it. A level of creativity that I haven't been able to access for many years because I focused so much on my career and academia. Yeah, and then all of that went in the bin because I was just like, you gotta get serious about life. So it's been nice to have like a creative outlet in amongst all of the chaos that is my 20s. And it's nice to have something to look back on, just to even if it's just like a random weekend, like my Easter weekend vlog. I would not remember it. If you ask me what I did on Easter weekend, I won't know unless I look at the vlog. So it's nice to have things like that, but it is time consuming, and the expectations of content creators is that you are just ever present. Maybe I got a full-time job and I need to do this, I need to do that, and cost of living crisis and everything. Like, I've got things going on. I've done my eyebrows now. They should be nice and set. And then yeah, just everything that's going on. It's been a nice outlet, but it's not, I don't have enough time to dedicate to it for it to be everything that I want it to be. I wish I did, to do some of the more mundane things like promoting my content, but that's the part that I hate because I just feel like I made it and it's great. Why are you not watching it? But that's not how life works, babes. But in amongst, part of the chaos of my 20s has been my dumpster fire, dumpster truck, mold filled, maggots laden dating life. I don't even, like, I think God can use bad situations for his glory and for your development. And obviously my first instance with everything is always like, but why couldn't somebody nice just come along and things to just be simple? But then I would not have learned many things about myself in the process, and those things are necessary. I feel like I am a hazard to myself when it comes to my dating life. Like, I had to get to the realization, like, babes, actually, you are the common denominator. You keep doing this to yourself. I'm not going to entirely blame myself because I think, you know, that's too patriarchal princess of me. I can't do that. But the men, even the men online, the men in person that you meet on the street, like, the men. It is just, it's really something. It's really something. On the one hand, I feel like I wouldn't want it to have gone anywhere with the way things were. Not, you know, how things could have been or how things would have been if, or this, that. No more should, would, could, would. Things as they were, in all of those situations, would I have wanted it to continue? No. Was it the right thing for me to do to leave? Was it the right thing to do to allow it to end? Yes, absolutely. No question about it. I'm really being honest with myself. I've learned a lot during this process of like dating, elimination, like figuring out what I like, what I don't like. I don't actually regret it for a second. I think it's just the way that I looked at it that I had to like go through it to really learn. Like I said before, I was hazardous to myself in that my people-pleasing tendencies were leading me down paths that were not good for me. I would have bent over backwards and made myself smaller to suit them, or so that they would like me. And me now, there's a reason why I've struggled, because the standard, the average guy, is not to my standard. I think once I came to that realization, it's like, okay, you either accept it or you change your standard. I'm not willing to change my standard. It is what it is. Like things that I think my friend did mention it like fairly recently. The qualities you're looking for are the same, and you're also still not paying attention to the things that you actually want. So you're going to continue to bend over backwards. You're going to continue to maybe get like 50% of what you want, but not actually being fully satisfied, and thinking that the 50% you should be happy with it. And I know people say that, you know, nobody's perfect, but like, you should try. I am perfect, so it is possible. This might be a bit all over the place. I might be repeating myself, so I'm really sorry. People always say, you know, you should date so you can know what you want and what you value, what you like, what you don't like. But I don't think I really deeped it until I really deeped it. Basically, a person should be able to come into your life and complement your life. They should be able to, at least this is my view of partnership, a person should be able to come into your life, to my life, and complement the things that I like to do. And they complement me, the things that I like to do, the things that I want to achieve. Like, they complement me and I complement them. It shouldn't be trying to squeeze into a space that doesn't fit and then complaining when it's hard or when it's difficult or when it doesn't work, because it's not going to work. You're not supposed to be there. You're not compatible. That I was dating, talking to this guy, met him, we were talking for a couple of weeks, and we ended up like talking on the phone, but he would always call me at like midnight. And I was just like, at first I accepted it, you know. The first couple of times I thought it was just, you know, poor sleeping patterns. And then I realised this guy always calls me around like midnight. It's not that we wouldn't be it's not one of the situations where he airs me all day and then we talk at night. But he was calling me at midnight, and I was just like, are you not sleeping? I am sleeping. First I told my friend, and she was like, well then stop talking to him. I was like, wait, why? Me that wanting to make everything work all the time. She was like, have you communicated to him that this is what you want? I said no. She was like, okay, you do that first and you see, like, if he doesn't respect that, then he doesn't respect you enough. He doesn't value you enough for you to be dating him. And I was just like, that sounds harsh. She was right. You have to honour yourself with even the little things, like friendships, family relationships, romantic relationships. Respect. Everybody should respect themselves. Like, everybody should know themselves. What is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? What is it that you tolerate? What is it that you like? What works for you? And do that. I used to be an avid multi-dater. The streets are not warm enough for there to be multiple people on the roster. It's a waste of my time. Really and truly, if you could be talking to 10 people at the same time. Firstly, that's very time consuming. Who the hell has all that time? And secondly, if any one of those people were meeting your standard and treating you the way that you wanted to be treated, there would be nobody else. At least for me, there would be nobody else. Like, talking to multiple people is actually just a waste of time. I have things to do. I have a life to figure out. I have a career to figure out. I have finance to figure out. Housing, like, I got shit going on. I've made zero progress. I've just been talking and my mouth is dry. Another mistake that I was making in my dating life is that I would be too understanding way too quickly. We'll start talking to somebody, they'll start giving me excuses as to why they can't do basic things. Like, why can't we, like, why haven't you mentioned a date? Why are you not trying to get my number? Like, what is going on? Like, why are we just talking, texting, why? I'm getting excuses. I'm like, oh, and then at the time I'll be like, oh, okay. I'm not trying to hear it. Listen, Bobrisky, President Bobrisky.
Good girl, no they pay. Hope you know that.
You don't get what you want by being nice and palatable all the time. That's a hard lesson that I've had to learn, because I was just people pleaser, PM. At this big age, why do you have time to be texting all day? No, I don't have it. Like, my attention span is not good enough. Like, I'll see the message and not reply and be like, oh, why hasn't he called me? So it's your fault. And I just feel like, in a more general sense, I just feel I really do need to be making progress. Being pleasant and being palatable and being understanding is for the wives, it's for the mothers. I am a single lady. I want to get what I want. My dating experiences have been connected to other issues going on in my life. Realization that, you know, you actually have to make shit happen for yourself. No one's gonna do it for you. You have to put yourself first. And if you don't, you will see the results of it and you won't be happy and you won't be able to change it. And those are the facts. The like aggressive, let's call it a conviction, the conviction to just take my life way more seriously. I need to work on building the type of life that I want. Just been a major shift in my focus to focus on the controllables. The controllables is my, like, the majority of my future. I'd say like 80% of it I can control. What I will be doing, who I'll be doing it with, where I'll be living, those things are controllable to an extent. Nobody has the vision of your life that you have. It's just not going to happen, love. Think a lot more about my career and what I want my future to look like. If I was really to give my 150%, I can see myself being a very successful woman. You want to date somebody that either makes the same as you or more as a woman, from my perspective. But unless you're actively looking for that, that's not what you're going to find. It's my experience. Like, there are a lot of people, generally, men and women, who are struggling. I think I saw the stats like maybe a year ago that the majority, 21 to 30-year-olds, are making like an average of 30k a year. The majority of us are not doing amazing. And I think it's important to note, you know, like in the UK, the salaries are not good. That applies across men and women. It's not just as a woman that, you know, you'll be doing 30k job, cool. But the guy that you're dating is magically making 95k a year minimum. No, honey, he could be struggling too. People are struggling is the point that I'm making, and men are not exempt from that. And I think there is a level of humanity that needs to be afforded to them because it's not their fault. Life just happens, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try this one. This is goody. I'm gonna try this. I'm feeling adventurous. So with all of that being said, I just feel like it's not fair to put those kinds of expectations on the average guy. But what that means for most women is that you're not trying to date the average guy, which makes your dating pool that much smaller. And you have to be really intentional about the kind of lifestyle that you want. I want to be reaffirmed in my relationship through thoughtfulness. And if I want that, I therefore have to date certain types of people and only date certain types of people to make sure that that is my experience. And that's not what I was doing before. And I think all of this is just to say, like, if you know the kind of lifestyle that you want, you know what kind of marriage you want, and all of that, you have to be intentional about going about it. And that's not to say that you should be mean or that you should be cutthroat, that you shouldn't give grace sometimes. I'm not saying that at all. I look crazy. My dear, my dear, my dear, my dear, my dear. Be the best version of yourself. Let's just put it that way. Be the best version of yourself, and then take yourself seriously enough to, like, stick to your guns. With the way, like, discussions in male communities are very anti-women, like, especially like online, on podcasts, on social media and stuff, all you ever see is these men like berating women. Obviously, like, you've got the incels and the weirdos and all of that, but I think it's a bit scary because everybody knows that they're weirdos, but some of that doctrine is actually filtering into it's becoming a lot more normalized for people to feel that way about the opposite sex, and it shouldn't be. I look great. Damn. I think I cracked it. I think I cracked the code. Oh my god. Sorry, the reason why I'm like shaking in my boots is because I've had this powder for ages and not really known. Oh, I can do this. And not really known how to use it because I thought it was too light for my skin tone, and it's not translucent. It actually does have pigment. Sorry, okay. The powder in question is the Soft Set, the Chem Beauty Soft Set Setting Powder. This is in the shade Goody. This is my foundation shade. This is New Caledonia. Wow, that is an under eye. Yeah, like they get on these podcasts and they talk so much shit, and it's just like, do you have any women in your life at all that you know personally, like that you actually can talk to about their experiences? And it's so dire. It's so dire. If those are the types of like media that men get to consume, if they want to listen to like podcasts by other men, if that's what they get to consume, we're doomed. Well, the streets are done if that is the caliber of people roaming on the streets. It's terrifying behaviour. The goats of Christian dating YouTube channels, Life from Layfield, made a video about compatibility years ago. You can clock one singular thing and no, we are not compatible. Run away from me. If you must. Being open to like new friendships, new relationships, new dating experiences, but expecting better. I'm running away when it doesn't look like it's working for me. Just making my life easier, having less to complain about. I need to read my Bible, I need to read, I need to research, I need to plan my content, I need to work, I need to get my exercise done, I need to eat well, I need to sleep well. Like, I have things to do that don't revolve around other people. We're focusing on me. Okay? This is me. So I really love how my base is turning out. Oh. So this is the final look. I just added some curls, sorted out the hair, and put some lip gloss, which is not really showing on camera right now. This is the final look. So yeah, I just added some curls to the hair, sorted it out, straightened it a little bit, hot combed it, did all the necessaries. I did not end up doing better baby hairs because I didn't do an extra clip showing what I wore, what I will wear, sorry. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this rant of mine and just the general chit chat of today. If you can relate to what I was saying, please leave a comment, let me know, let's chat, let's talk about this, because this needs to stop. This needs to stop. The dustbin level dating experiences need to be out the window. So yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.